and welcome. You are on my channel Blythe More. My name is Oksana, and in this video I continue talking about how to make a hat, and in the previous one we did make such a knitted hat, and in this tutorial I will be teaching you how to make ears, how to make such bear ears. Well, these are crochet ones, and how to make bunny ears, and these are knitted ones. Well, you also can crochet bunny ears, but they will be more stiff, so maybe it's a good idea if we want them to stand up, and if we want them to be soft and gentle, then it's better to knit. We'll start with an easier option, I could say, with the crochet. For our crochet ears, I'll be using crochet hook number 3, one big needle with a big eyelet stitch marker. The yarn I'm using, the same as I used for the hat, it's cotton gold, and I will add a little bit this yarn called Alpaca Angela. Right, we'll start with the magic circle of 6 single crochet stitches. This one we don't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The very first one, I'll just connect it with a slip stitch. I always do so. Okay. If you feel like you don't understand and it's too fast, I have a video about the basics of crochet, so you can watch it first. But if you know how to do your project, how to crochet, then just follow my instructions. Now we are going to increase in each stitch. So in each stitch we will crochet 2 single crochet stitches till the end. We have 12. Next row it will be 1 single crochet increase, 1 single crochet increase. It's very standard way to increase. So we have 1 increase, 1 increase, and till the end. Next row we will increase again. We will crochet 1 in 1, 1 in 1, and increase. So before we were increasing after 1 single crochet stitch, now we'll be increasing after 2 crochet stitches. So again, 1 in 1, 1 in 1, increase till the end. So we have 24 stitches. This will be the last row where we increase. So we will make 5 crochet stitches, 5 single crochet, increase. So we'll increase 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We increase. Next row we just crochet without changes. We'll make 28 stitches. Next row we will be decreasing, so we'll make 5 stitches, decrease 4 times. You can choose an invisible decrease, but I will go for an easier option, so I'll just leave one out, and in the next one I crochet my decrease. Don't forget also to close your magic circle well, pull it well. And we are going to now just close the ear. I always do it on halfway, so at first okay, the one here, I insert my hook, and the one from this side I insert my hook. Also make it tight. See, because this loop is usually loose. So 1. It's also a single crochet stitches, but through 2 parts of your project, 2 sides. I don't do it till the end as of now, because I still want to sew the oval part, so I can keep it as of now. If you don't want to sew any circle or oval inside the ear, you can keep it like here. I kept this way because the yarn itself is kind of interesting. It's very warm and half fluffy. But here I feel it's a little bit plain, and I want it to be more interesting looking. So you see this part inside, I made it to be an oval. If you want, you can just make it circle, so the same way as we started an ear. If you feel it's too big, so you can start the magic circle with 5 single crochet inside, and then increase to 10, and then increase to 15. Okay, but I prefer oval. For this thinner yarn, I'll choose crochet hook number 2, and I make it into threads. So again, it will be the same beginning of magic circle of 6. And now, as a principle of an oval, the first stitch will crochet 3 single crochets, then just 1 in 1, 1 in 1 without changes, and again 3 in 1. I do have a video crochet for beginners, and then there I show the difference between a circle and an oval. I also talk about a single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, how to make a chain, how to increase and decrease, invisible decrease. Okay, so we have here, after 3 times we increased in 1. There was just 1 in 1, 1 in 1 without changes, and the last row will be, so we made in the first one 3 times we increased, so in each of these 3 stitches we'll increase twice. So 2 in 1 once, 2 in 1 second time, and 2 in 1 third time. No changes next to stitches, 1 in 1, 1 in 1, and again we will increase 3 times in a row. So 2 in 1, 2 in 1, 2 in 1, and 1 in 1, 1 in 1. One more, it will be a slip stitch just to close it. We need enough thread to sew this part to the ear. Okay, Now we need to sew this part, and you see here we have chain facing us, so from this side I will be sewing the oval. From the back it looks this way. So in this way you see it's easier for us to manipulate the yarn and adjust it and hide the thread inside. See, all our ends are inside. If you want, you can cut them short, or you can just hide them if they're not visible. And we just continue closing our ear. We need to leave the end for sewing it to the head. So the first ear I usually sew on a doll, so I'm happy with the position. I counted 11 rows without counting the rib stitches, and the way I sew them, so the needle goes inside like this. Okay, so you will be sewing. If you want them, you know, to like lie down like this, don't stand like this. So I prefer them to be this way. That's why I choose connecting them in this way. And also I prefer to make the stitches one direction and then back, so they are firmly sewn to the base of the head. And you can hide the end of this thread inside the ear because it's double inside, right? So then it's just inside the ear, not visible from anywhere. And well, usually it's challenging to make it symmetrical, but we'll try. We'll count carefully and attach the second ear. Our first head is ready with 2 ears. Well, you choose. If you want, you can pull it more down or pull more this way. Okay, now it's time to finish the second one. For a bunny ear, I'll be using the same Alize cotton gold, the same as I was using for a head, and I'll be using the same size of knitting needles, number 14 or 2 millimeters. So I'll need 2 colors, pink and white, and we'll start with outside part first. So for me it will be white color. Let's begin. Okay, so we need the longer end because we also will use the part of it for sewing the ear to the head, and we need to cast on 10 stitches. So counting this as the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, our first row will be all purl stitches, and making these ears will be always each row moving the first stitch without changes, and the last stitch always will be made as a purl stitch. So let's do it. This was our first row, and now the pattern will be that in the right side we always will have knit stitches, and the wrong side always will be purl stitches. Make 5 rows in total, so this one first and 4 more. The last is always purl stitch, and so on. So now we'll do the third one, so 5 in total. We finished our 5th row, and now in this row we will increase. So we'll be increasing always after the first slip stitch and before the last slip stitch. One move. Okay, so here between 2 stitches you see there is one thread here, this one. We'll put it up, and well, we'll not make this way because it will make a huge hole, so we will knit okay, so we'll knit from this side. Rows will be increasing in this way. Here again, in between, let's find it. This is the one. We put it up, and we'll do it this way. And the last one is always a purl stitch. Okay, so now we have 12. We will now make 7 more rows without changes. We'll follow the pattern the same way, so all the wrong side will be purl stitches, so no changes, and right side knit stitches. We need to knit 7 rows. After we made 7 rows, again in this row we'll increase the same way we did before. First one we remove, this in between we put it up, and we have it. Again, we're reaching this point, put it. So now we have 14 stitches. Again, we make 7 more rows without changes, okay? And we need to repeat such increase In total it will be 4 times. One time we made, second time we made, and twice more. So we need to end up with 18 stitches on a knitting needle. Okay, so now we have 14. Good. We make 7, again increase from both sides, 7, again increase from both sides, and then I'll tell you what is next. Right, so we increased 4th time. Okay, so here I have 1 slip stitch increase, then we have 14 increase and slip stitch, right? So in total we have 18. Now we need to continue knitting. We need 9 more rows of 18. Okay, before it was 7, 7, 7, now it will be 9. Right, I finished my 9 rows, and now starting this row, in each right side we'll be decreasing from both sides till we reach 4 stitches left. First one we remove, and now we don't just simply connect them this way. No, we need to turn these parts of the stitches. So we take them here and we turn them. See, now they're looking a different direction, and only now we can link them. We can knit 1. The first decrease. We have 3 left. We will connect these 2, but not from this side, from this side. And the last one, as always, is a purl stitch, turn. Okay, so here we just will do in the regular way without changes. So I'll just repeat myself. In each wrong side we repeat the number of stitches with no changes, and in each right side we decrease 2 from both sides. Let me show you one more time. 2, we move here and we turn them. Now we knit 1, and again till we have 3 left on the left needle. Right, I'll be back once we have 4 left, and we'll see how we'll continue knitting our ear. So I'm approaching my 4 to be left on needles, I told you. So here I connected 2 in 1, and again from this side. See, this is number 4, And now we need to add an extra color. So in my case it's pink. I will take pink yarn. The end is here behind, and we make our purl stitch. We can cut the white yarn and we can tie a knot. Okay, so it all will be one piece. We are not going to sew them together separately. Now we will be just doing it like in a mirror. Okay, so the pink part. We will make now 4 purl stitches. So the first one, as always, we move 4, turn, and now we will be increasing from both sides. Okay, so before this part we were decreasing till 4. Now from 4 to 18 we will be increasing in each right side. We put it up, and this one also. Now pay attention. Temporary, I will move this stitch without knitting it here, for a reason that here we have our chain from both sides, like these big stitches. So with our knitting needle we need to insert it into the middle. So you can start with any. Okay, so I started here, you can start here, because anyway we are going to work through all of them, but it's kind of impossible to put them all from the beginning till the end right now, so we can just take it here. So you insert inside and take the half which is further from you. It's not really comfortable, but this is the way it should be. So we go back here, because still we didn't finish this row. The one which we temporarily moved, we move it back. So here we have knit stitches, and we'll have a last knit stitch. So here we also have a knit stitch, 2, we make it to be 1, turn, we move it, continue the purl stitches, and now this one also temporary will take and move it to the right needle, and the same way with this knitting needle, we need to take the halves from this side. So let's see how to do that. So again, we have our chain. We insert knitting needle in the middle and take the half which is closer to us. Just a random number, but all of them. So we move it back, the pinky one, and it's our last purl stitch. So 2 make to be 1, we turn. Okay, the first one we move. We need to increase, we don't forget increasing in each right side, the same way as before. And this last one all together with the half from the white yarn, we make a knit stitch, and so on. Move. So I hope you understood the principle, right? So we need to reach 18 stitches, right? So in each purl, in each wrong side, the purl stitches, we don't add, we don't increase or decrease, we just keep it the way it is. And regardless it's right or wrong side, each time the last stitch will be connecting with the white. So I finished 9 rows and now it's time to decrease. So I'll show you how to decrease from both sides. So first one we move. These two, we don't change them anyhow, we just connect them in one. Now we have 3 left. So these two we need to change, and from from left to right, connect in one. So don't forget also to take these halves to be always on both needles, and you repeat the same way. Again, we make 7 rows with no changes, 1 row we decrease from both sides, and so on till we reach the last row. Right, once we reach the end, we need to close these stitches. We can do it with our knitting needle. We take 2 and link them in one, put it back, and this way till the end. We cut this thread short because anyway we don't need it. Right, and these two parts I prefer connecting with a hook. So if your thread is not long enough, you would better connect a new one if it's long enough, so you are good to work with it till the end of the row. So unfortunately mine is shorter than it should be, so that's why I cut it, and we'll connect a new one. Right, so you can just hide this end also inside. And crochet with one single crochet through two halves. Till the end, and still we'll need the long thread to sew the ear. Well, I prefer to sew it in both directions, so like one way stitches and the other. So yeah, better cut it longer rather than shorter. Yeah, and I sew it to the base under such angle, not just straight. So the pinky part will be more visible once facing us. Okay, and this is our final result of a hat with bunny ears. Well, I hope you liked this tutorial. Don't forget to put like and subscribe, and wait for many more videos to come. Bye bye.